This was really the brainchild of Noel and I trying to think about how to get the university involved in conflict intervention practice and thinking about a community mediation center or a hub or something that would allow students the experience to be able to practice what we're teaching in classes. So Noel and I had that conversation, then I went to the dean and asked, and this is what evolved from that partly to be part of this this Lawther lecture or symposium. We've been trying to develop this for some time, and so I just wanted to also thank our landlord-tenant dispute coordinator. I don't know if Jamila is in here. There she is. Yeah, so she's waving back there. She was also on the planning committee and very helpful in setting things up, doing all sorts of things in all parts of development of the program. Also, I don't know if Stephanie Hassan is here. I haven't seen Stephanie this morning, but Stephanie, is she back there? Oh, okay, we want to wave and say, okay, so Stephanie's also on the planning committee with us. And then some students from my PCS 647, which is negotiation, mediation, and facilitation, have been involved as well. And so Pernilla, do you want to, as you're walking up, say hi? Elian is the one, I think he's outside handing out the programs that you got coming in. So Elian's also been involved with that, as well as Sonia. I don't know if Sonia, where did Sonia go? She's outside too. So Sonia has also been involved, and they're all in my class and have been helping as part of the planning committee as well. I also wanted to just say at the beginning of the day, and we'll have some time hopefully towards the end of the day after the panels that we have, to chat and talk and discuss and have some dialogue.
So this endowment was created by a gift from Maxine Allen in 1991, and Miss Allen was a 1935 graduate of Women's College, 1935 graduate of Women's College, and she had a Bachelor of Science in Physical Education. During her career, she was a physical education teacher. She worked for the YMCA, and she managed a bowling alley, which I think is pretty wild, back in 1930s, 40s. In 1952, Miss Allen was the top-ranked woman bowler in the United States. Top-ranked woman bowler in the United States. And I have to tell you, I have to share this. I have an 80, my Aunt Rose is 89. I think she's 89. And she still bowls. And she during the pandemic, the three things that she struggled with the most, and I would call her regularly and ask her how she was doing. She's like, honey, she's from upstate New York, completely Italian on both sides of my family. And my Aunt Rose would go, honey, I can't go play bocce, I can't go bowling, and I can't go to church. Those are the three things she did. She goes to church every single day, she plays bocce 2 times a week, and she bowls 3 times a week. And so my aunt is one of the few women in Rome, New York that, whoops, I just lost my notes. One of the few women in Rome, New York that ever rolled or bowled a 300. So this is pretty impressive that she was this accomplished at that time. And in 1972, she was elected to the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame. So it's because of her generosity that we're here today, or at least we can sponsor some of this. The Lawther Lecture is named in memory of Dr. Ethel Martis Lawther, who's the first dean of the School of Health and Human Sciences. And so it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to today's symposium. And as outlined, it's to allow space and structure to share experiences, challenges, and opportunities of intervening in community conflict in positive and pro-social ways. And I think there's probably no better time for this group to get together. I hope the day is productive. I look forward to seeing the outcomes of the best practices that you're going to discuss, and hopefully those can be shared and once they're shared and established. And this is certainly a topic that's particularly relevant at this time. And my thoughts and hopes for a quick end to the war in Ukraine, and I appreciate the work that you all do at the local level. As many people say, politics starts local, and so thank you for the work that you're doing. For those of you who are visiting UNCG, thank you for coming, and I wish you a thought-provoking conference.
A couple of things I just wanted to mention. I'm an anthropologist, and one of the areas that I've looked at is conflict resolution, conflict management across cultures. And given the topic of today, I thought it would just be worth mentioning this larger context of every single culture has ways to deal with conflict, many creative ways. And that just really is exciting to me as an anthropologist and someone who's interested in solving disputes and resolving conflicts and healing relationships in short of violence and in fact mending the relationships. So one of the features that really emerges, perhaps it's the most strongest feature, at least to my reading of many ethnographic sources, and that's the focus on relationships, on human relationships, and how to mend them. It's also, and I'm sure some of you have experienced this in the United States in many ways, we think, I speak as the anthropologist doing self-analysis of my culture, I don't think we do the healing of relationships very well in many contexts. Maybe we do it better at an interpersonal level, but we certainly are not doing it so well in the criminal justice system, for example. So there's much work to do, as you all know, and are many of you engaging in it as I speak. So I'm looking forward to a really dynamic set of interactions and discussions here today. Another point, I welcomed you, I thanked Jeremy and Noel. Thank you, Carl, also for saying yes to the request. There's hard budget times at universities, and when Jeremy said he's going to ask our dean for money, I really sort of said, good luck with that. So you came through, Carl. Thank you so much. Just a couple of words about our program, because this is exciting. Starting this fall, we've revamped the master's degree. And in fact, we're going to have now 3 different tracks of how you can complete a master's here. So please share this information, or maybe it even applies to some of you personally. The online program is very successful. Some of you are in that program or graduated from it. That will continue, but with more flexibility. There'll be less requirements and more elective choice. And how many of you think choice is a good thing? Always, right? So that's what we're attempting to do across all 3 of these tracks. So there'll be, as I say, less requirements, but you'll still get that basis of peace and conflict studies and more choice of different elective courses. We're going to now focus for the face-to-face program on a master's thesis track, so that becomes a possibility. That's new and exciting. And if that doesn't appeal to you, you want to be more practical, practice-oriented, we're maintaining a practicum track there as well. So again, choice, possibilities in classes and in structure. So please pass the word. I think this is going to be really exciting as a phase for peace and conflict studies at UNCG. And I'll do a shout out to Joe Cole, who introduced himself a minute ago. He's been really working hard to get all the details of these programs set up, which has been a huge task, so thank you, Joe, for that. Let me think what else. I'll just say welcome. You don't want to listen to me chatter on. So have a great day. Have a great conference.